The Shoplifting Pact is a Lifetime movie that explores a common problem every teenage girl faces: peer pressure to shoplift and committing first-degree murder. We start off with a teenage girl being stalked by someone in a Letterman jacket and mask. The masked person strangles her with a scarf. The girl tries to get out of it by kicking her feet in the air like a 2-year-old throwing a temper tantrum, but it doesn't work. She looks up at the attacker, fully conscious, but is somehow dead in the next shot. We meet our lead character, Skylar, whose mom is excited for her daughter's first day at a new school.
I mean, it's not every day that your 17-year-old daughter has her first day at school.
Before today, Skylar has been homeschooled for the past 4 years because during recess she had an incident with her inhaler and almost died. At school, she bumps into an old friend named Marnie and some other girls she used to know in middle school but who are complete bitches. We get a glimpse of the school's pathetic trophy case as if it's impressive, and some newspaper clippings showing just how awesome the girls' basketball team is. And I can't help but notice that every photo is just them practicing in their own gym and was obviously taken on the same production day when they filmed this scene. We see the talented team in action, which starts off with a travel. Everyone running down the court aimlessly, and absolutely zero defense.
The girls are good, huh?
No. The girls from the basketball team go to the mall to do some shoplifting. One of them pretends to be pregnant by stuffing a pillow under her shirt, which looks extremely fake, but tricks the stupid sales lady, who genuinely seems happy when she finds out that this 15-year-old looking girl is pregnant.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
They get away with it, but there's a problem.
What are we gonna do with all the stuff? Sherry's the one that knew how to sell online.
Sherry is the girl who was murdered at the beginning. The others decide that Skylar will be her replacement because she's really good at math and computers, as if that somehow qualifies her to sell stolen merchandise online. During a study session, Marnie pulls out a sketchy bag of expensive clothing and asks Skylar if she'll help sell them for her online. Skylar agrees, not knowing that the clothes were shoplifted. She returns home, where her overprotective mom says she was worried sick about her.
What, you think I go to bed when my 16-year-old daughter is out past her curfew on a school night?
I don't think her mom knows the age of her daughter.
I mean, it's not every day that your 17-year-old daughter has her first day at school.
Skylar hops out her bedroom window to sneak in the bag of clothing without her mom seeing it, and sees a creepy person in a mask staring at her from the street. She looks away for absolutely no reason other than that when she looks back again, the person can be gone. Skylar joins the basketball team as a stat keeper because of her insane math skills, which are never seen, and is welcomed with a Letterman jacket of her own. We cut to a fun montage of the girls sucking at basketball, shoplifting stuff, and Skylar selling it for them online. But when Skylar discovers a security tag on a piece of clothing, she realizes that all of this stuff was in fact stolen. Skylar confronts Marnie and demands the truth. Marnie tells her that she and the other girls have been shoplifting clothes, but for a good reason. The other girls threaten Skylar until she agrees to keep her mouth shut and continue working for them. The group of teens invade another high-end store, which again has only one employee. You know the security is bad when they can openly throw wads of clothing to each other across the store in an assembly line. Skylar's mom surprises her at school and tells her,
I work here now.
We never find out what that job is, and it never comes into play again. We cut to another shitty practice where Skylar is keeping stats for some reason. The coach finds out that Skylar is now part of the shoplifting squad.
Can't believe you brought Sky into this. She's not one of us.
And we learn that the coach is the one who recruited the girls on her basketball team to steal clothes in order to raise money for her. Marnie and Heather tell Skylar the truth. The reason they are shoplifting clothes for the coach is that after the coach's husband died in a car crash, she went out and banged a hot 22-year-old to make herself feel better. But on the first day of school, in walked the 22-year-old who was her new student and not 22. He was 18, which is still perfectly legal, but he blackmailed her anyway for $50,000 or else he'd tell and get her fired. So the only logical thing to do was put herself and 5 innocent students into a situation where the penalty for getting caught would be way worse than her getting fired in the first place. We cut to Trey, their douchey classmate who is the one blackmailing the coach. He warns Skylar to keep doing her job and making money for the coach unless she wants to end up just like Sherry. The girls meet in the locker room to discuss their final heist, which will bring them to the $50,000 goal. Skylar shows up to tell them that her mom made her quit the team and that she will no longer be an accomplice.
What are we gonna do? We need her to sell everything.
Skylar's mom is confronted by the masked letterman in a dark parking lot. She tries to get away, but doesn't realize that she dropped her keys outside like a complete nincompoop. She uses her car's camera to look for the masked person. Once she sees they are coming around to her side of the car, she decides it's a good time to unlock the car and get the keys. She is obviously attacked, but fights off the perpetrator. The girls head to the mall for their final mission. While Marnie waits in the car, she tells Skylar to meet her at the mall, and also change the login password to the online account because the other girls can't be trusted with the money, which Skylar somehow does without pressing any keyboard keys whatsoever. During their last robbery, a store clerk finally catches on to their shenanigans, and the girls are chased by 2 cops. Heather hides behind a bush, but is found by the masked letterman and bashed with a crowbar. Skylar sees everything, and it's revealed that Marnie is the masked attacker.
Sometimes you really don't have a choice.
Skylar's mom goes to the school to look for Skylar because she wasn't answering her phone and sees the basketball coach being led away in handcuffs by the same 2 cops who were chasing the girls at the mall 10 seconds ago. How they had enough evidence to pin a crime on this woman and make an arrest just minutes after some teens were caught shoplifting is beyond me. Skylar wakes up in a bedroom with her hands loosely bound together with a scarf, which takes her way too long to get out of. Skylar's parents and Marnie's mom set out to find their daughters. Judging by the rear projection of the scenery behind them, they're traveling about 100 miles per hour. Skylar tries to escape captivity, and the movie reveals that Marnie and Trey are working together. It was Marnie who came up with the entire blackmailing plan because she wanted revenge on the coach for sleeping with her boyfriend Trey, even though the coach didn't know that, but also wants to use the extortion money and start a new life for herself. Skylar grabs a knife and her cell phone and tries to fight her way out, but bounces the knife off a wall and into a trash can. She wisely traps herself back in the bedroom she was just in instead of running out the front door, and calls her mom, who was still traveling unbelievably fast. Trey waltzes in through another door that Skylar didn't care about locking and tries to kill her.
Drive faster!
Please don't. Skylar smashes a vase into Trey's ear, but soon finds herself at the mercy of Marnie and the knife. The 3 speed demons show up just in time to save her. Marnie pushes her mom, who hits her head on nothing and goes unconscious. While Trey and Skylar's dad fiddle around, Marnie picks up the knife once more and tries to murder Skylar's mom. Skylar redirects the knife into Marnie's torso, and her dad puts Trey into a sleeper hold, possibly killing him. They stand united as a family and watch Marnie die, without one thought of calling an ambulance. But apparently someone did, because in the next shot, police and medics are at the house, and I have no idea where paramedics are rolling Marnie to on that stretcher, because as you can see here, there's nothing over there. It's as if the director told them to just get the hell out of frame. We cut to the end, where Skylar has avoided any jail time for illegally selling thousands of dollars worth of stolen merchandise on the black market, and finds out that she was accepted into the FBI Summer Leadership Program, even though she is technically a felon. Life is pretty good.
Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about.